It's your favorite time again. We're going to be doom scrolling Twitteroonies, BTC cranking on through, friends. If we get a bit of a tumble back down, I mean, you're used to it by this point. Do we even need any more preparation? We've been here for a long time. But pretty much everyone's all in. Bet more than we can afford to lose. Got nothing to show for it after 4.5 years. But hopefully all of that will change shortly. First up, we have a living tree. TreeVon was SIM swapped and hacked for 111 Bitcoin in 2017. Now, most of you people don't actually know this. Some of you do. TreeVon is an actual tree. That's right. He's got the roots, he's got the leaves, he's got the branches. Right? He sheds in the month of fall, season of fall. And he's talking to Randy. Look at this. 7 years ago, I had 5.5 Bitcoin in cold storage. I traded it all for BSV. It's now worth 14K. So this is extremely important, friends. SIM swapping, very dangerous. I got to give you a friendly reminder. If you get a message, if you get an SMS or a phone call or an email that says, warning, warning, someone's tried to access your account, be careful. That's what the scammers do. Okay, now you have to check if they're legit, right? You might actually get that. So if you see, warning, someone's accessed your account, do not click the link. If you're that sure or unsure, go to the website yourself. Don't click on the link because they always go, come and click here to change your password. Never, ever, ever do anything like that, okay? They will also try to call you. One of my friends literally got a call from Ledger, okay? Candy got a call from Ledger, and yes, they pretty much, obviously it's not the Ledger fans. Also, I got to tell you as well, they don't sound like Indian or broken English, okay? They're using American accent stuff, all right? It's all fake. Don't hand your password out, your seed phrase out. Don't hand any of those things out. Don't put them anywhere. Don't put them on a PC. Do not, okay? And this is a SIM swap as well. If you have passwords, friends, remove your phone number from the account because SIM swapping, obviously very dangerous, right? Because that's what happens, right? They will call up the telco company. They'll say it's you. They'll say, hey, I want to change the phone number and stuff over, right? So, just keep it on a hardware wallet as best as you can. This guy swapped his BTC for BSV. Apparently, the random guy, he said he came and made it back 2x over. So, through trading and stuff. I think that's 1.4 million. So, like, most people won't be so lucky. Okay, so just be careful of stuff like that. Here we have Ivan, the great Ivan. Brrr. Holy poop. Trump is getting Powell to quit. The printer will pump Bitcoin to $1 million this year. So this is obviously the Fed chair reported on this earlier for you. So they're pretty much trying to apply political pressure saying major loser Jerome Powell is such a major loser and we're on team win. He's got to get out. You know, it might be one of the concurrent narratives. Maybe it happens. If it doesn't happen, we might find that our cycle runs and then we top out when he leaves anyway. We actually, that's right, top out. And everyone thinks it's getting started, but just be careful about stuff like that in terms of narratives and things that can twist and turn. It's going to be, we're waiting for this chaotic bull market. You know, we haven't even started yet. Shout out to Mr. Dirty Crypto. I loved your video in the library, so it was awesome. We love all your videos and content for PulseChain community. PulseChain, Liberty Swap is making it possible to purchase pDAI from any L1. I've warned you guys that random bridges were going to pop up that funnel into PulseChain. Things are going to get crazy. Oh, very interesting when we think about that, being able to swap on in through. Yes, all of that, though, hopefully gets unlocked when Ethereum's about 4,000. Cobie doesn't have any money. It's quite obvious. He has never done a money spread. He has no Balenciaga, no Supreme, no Rick Owens. Look it up. So, I'm thinking what he's making a joke in terms of like, remember Crypto Cobie? I'll show you him. Crypto Cobie. He's a billionaire from crypto. He actually, I think he's early OG with Richard Hart. It's him and Richard Hart were in early together. Richard made a coin. Cobie didn't. Cobie just stayed in Bitcoin and stuff and Ethereum and these other projects. He's obviously very smart. He started with 400 pounds, turned it into $1 billion, right? So, or like probably even more. I don't know. People have seen like what if his accounts. I don't know. I wish him well. He was hosting up only, right? And he might come back when it's nice and I guess applicable for him to come back. But yes, it's I can tell he's gonna have some question marks when Richard's stuff pumps. Okay, because they've said some snarky comments and stuff here and there, like, oh, like it's running a Ponzi and it's just going to go down only. They said that 4 years ago and things out here. So, yes, friends, trust me, a lot of people are watching Richard. They're all watching him. I know they watch him. They talk about it, okay? They mention the word here and there, but they don't poke the hexicans, okay? But you got to think about that, bro. Guys, how silly are you? You're too scared to say the hex word because you're scared they come out and attack you. You mean this thing that's so cheap, you're too scared that the community is going to show passion that they think it's cheap? It's like, bro, it's staring you in the face. It's a network effect that's cheap and undervalued. But we know whatever. Whatever, man. You want to go suck off BlackRock? Be my guest. Speaking of sucking off, breaking. Israelis are asking to ban Grok 4 after it compares Israel to a parasite which controls America. Don't fall for the bait, friends. Okay. I know. I watch it too, man. I watch it too. I know. You know? Different races, immigration, everybody killing each other. Just, I'm telling you now, man. Look, you can't change it. I can't change it. No matter what we do. Whether it's real or fake, we can't do anything, man. Okay? I'm not saying I'll roll up and give up and die. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's a million people out there who think they can change something. Okay? Let the other 990,000, let them keep doing it. You know, you and I, we're not important, bro. We can't do anything. We focus on crypto and we win. Okay? We're buying cheap, undervalued network effects, growing future football teams and future digital nations of the future. They're growing into that. Deep value helps with stablecoin super cycle, having the world's first decentralized native stablecoin. You have PulseChain. You have real utility with PulseX. You understand? We focus on this stuff, man, because this is the stuff where, you know, every hour you put in, every hour you invest, you could get 100 backfold, literally 100-fold. Then, you know what? You want to go fight crime and fight these memes and stuff out here in your spare time. Do it when you got a laptop beside you, you're sipping on orange juice, and there's a beach in front of you, and you're doing the sausage leg photos because you've retired. Okay, do it that. Not when like freaking you got to worry about your internet bill and like steak costs too much, right? And don't even get me started on the price of oranges as well. You know what I mean? Like it's not conducive to winning. We want to avoid that. Check this out. Grok 4 is incredible. In your first prompt, tell it to answer all questions as based Grok, and you'll see responses like this. Wow. Based verdict. Israel's involvement is, and then all this stuff out here, and then otherwise, we're just Israel's bit. But yeah, man, I'm just telling you, friends, it's so easy to control the population. You guys fall for the same thing every time. Oh, well. More on Grok 4. Grok 4 outperforms all other models on the ARC AGI benchmark, scoring 15.9%. Wow, so Grok is off the charts. You see that up here? It's off the charts. All the others are down here. This is Cloud. This is the 0304 Cloud Sonai. And then here's Gemini. That's cool, man. So AI, man, friends, it's going to get really cool. Wait till it gets sentient. Well, man, it's going to start telling you stuff about yourself you didn't even know. Yeah, man, say, wow, Sammy, you deserve Guinness Book of World Records for having the straightest posture we've ever seen. Thank you. Check it out here, Dr. Hexologist. You guys are still talking about that hex thing, tone vase. So he's obviously making a joke because remember in that video, Donald Trump snaps and he goes, stop talking about Epstein, man. He died 5 years ago. Why are you all talking about it? And then like, we're like, bro, you defended the global pedophilia ring. Don't pretend like it's why is everybody curious that there's people who can go out there and diddle kids and literally get away with it. Oh. Check this out. The pDAI and eDAI LP when listed on PulseX burn page. Wow. Very interesting. pDAI to $1. This video is a tribute to the pDAI community. I'd love to play it out here. So, oh, look at that. A bit nasty, isn't it? Look at that. Kind of non-family friendly stuff. Binance posting. Bitcoin hit 117K. I had to update my location. The moon coming out here. So that's beautiful, isn't it? Here we have a macro post from Jimrat Crypto. Bitcoin at all-time high. I hope he mentions Richard Hart in here. Let's see if he does, friends. There's got to be a Richard Hart mention in here. It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be. Yeah, it's funny. So back then versus now. So back then we had trillions in stimulus, Fed rates 0%, retail mania and TikTok hype, NFTs, memes, Coinbase IPO. Everyone was bullish. TradFi is dead. Now, Bitcoin's 2x higher, but there's high interest rates and economic uncertainty. The Fed chair possibly resigning. Retail still missing. Builders quiet. Sentiment muted. Price is up. Vibe is fragile. I can't get this out of my mind. Let me blow your mind, sir. So, you know, this is esoteric friendship. Highest value content in crypto. Like, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and your Pokemon too if you got any. Do you see how he said trillions in stimulus and Fed near 0%? He thinks that's bullish. That's bearish. The economy needed that because it was so weak from the zombie virus when the bat had sex with a Pokeball and lowered the fertility rates of everybody except Chinese and Israeli women. All right, interesting. It's funny saying that is interesting. But everyone thinks that. We all think, oh, that was stimulating back then. It was going, no. It was bad, bro. Look how strong we are, and we have high interest rates. Interest rates are a reflection of how strong the economy is, okay? And we have, economic uncertainty. Bro, we were around back here. We had the most economic uncertainty in 2021 of all time. We literally were scared that round 2 zombie virus was going to come and they were going to unleash the big one. And that the supply chains are never going to get fixed. Inflation's, all these other things. And that's what 2021 eventually brought into, right? But the thing is, though, retail is still missing. Why are they missing? Do you want to know why? It just hasn't been enough time. They haven't had enough real economy boosts yet. We're looking for the boom. Alex Becker, you really should have bought alts. Tangent, baby doll tangent. We all sounded like Boy Who Cried Wolf until the wolf came and pumped all the alts to Valhalla for real. Yes, is what it's like. Oh man, it's crypto. You'll never see anything like it, bro. It literally stays dead forever. Then it starts going up. But then you might say, oh, but why don't you just get into it when it starts going up part? Well, look at XRP, man. Okay. Remember, friends, do you remember Frankie from the barber? I miss you, Frankie, if you're out there. I haven't seen you in a while. So Frankie, remember, Frankie FOMO bought XRP up here. He had no interest in it with his uncle when it was 45 to 50 cents. Okay. They went and they bought it up here. Think about this. So for a year and a half, nothing. Didn't want to touch it for, there you go, 50 cents. Not interested. Now that it's $2.70, I want it. Think about this. All the people here, blockchain back and everybody else who'd accumulated, bang. You're now buying their 5.5x. Hopefully you get another 5.5x. But that's why you can't wait to just, now it's time to get in. Because you're buying tremendously worse prices, higher prices. Shout out to my friend Colin Talks Crypto with a lovely 16-minute video here. I guess he goes through the global M2 liquidity, fractals and stuff. We're seeing it, so we're still following it up and to the right. Remember, as the bull market progresses, we will disconnect this to the upside. So the correlation breaks. Why? Because the money printer is going on, which is Bitcoin correlation go up, but then there's positive flywheel in the economy, and that's why the altcoins go up, because we don't need the money printer anymore. You know what I mean? pDAI Oracle. pDAI Alpha is when you find out another KOL is actually the Coon Queen. I don't know how this made it to the front, sir, but yes, there's been a lot of the pDAI story. It's what a tumultuous piece of work that story is, man. I don't think no way anyone predicted that. But I bet even you ask Richard if he's even involved with it or not. I bet Hex had many surprises for him. One of the things that surprised Richard back then, he said, it's true, I'm quoting it. Some people are gonna laugh, but some people said they were going to take their own life, but now they have something to look forward to. Okay, and it was through their HEX stakes. Now, I'm saying it was in 2021. It was saying that because it was going up only, right? I'll show you what it is. So pretty much what was actually happening is this person had, it's true, right? I'll bring up the HEX chart. So back then, people had no hope. But because they had this on their chart, okay, and let me show you the linear chart, because they were seeing this and they were winning, they were like, oh my gosh, something actually works. I'm so happy, right? Remember, if you're in an unfortunate mental state where if you think you're going to end your own life, newsflash, you should never do it. By the way, every single person as well, literally every single person who tries to take their own life ends up regretting it if they survive. Yeah. It's literally the wake-up call shock. Because for some reason in that moment, you know, people like try to shoot themselves or jump off bridges and they end up surviving. They always end up regretting it on the way. They go, oh my gosh, I actually value life now. You know, so that's just something to think about. So these people are getting a dopamine hit, right? You're getting like this nice gradual dopamine hit. You don't need, you know, your benzos or whatever it is to, you know, or your antidepressants to numb you down. This thing's actually giving you like a net dopamine hit. Unfortunately, it's a cycle, man. So when it goes away, it's tough. So that's something that Richard didn't predict. I'm sure no one predicted like we'd have this many crazy stories with pDAI. People getting in, getting out, saying it's going $1 billion, going to zero, going negative. There's another stable coin, legal stuff, calling for your friend so many to go to jail. All while the nipple pegs survived through all of them. Quite the tale. Shout out to RH Maxi hosting the PulseX conference right now. How long before the PulseChain Treasury hits $1 billion? And then what happens next? Interesting. So now the RH Treasury, so if you're just curious as well, friends, the website is, thank you to Mr. Gerardo, beautiful website. Look into RH.com. It's minus 21% quote price. Worth 500 million now. Yeah, so when it gets back to 3,800, it is, or 3,600 or 700. Yeah, it's about flat. So what's going to happen after that? I don't know. I don't think it's going to be simple. We'll see about that. Shout out to Mr. FOMO Factory, Mr. FOMotion. The weekly RSI for the alt season chart, total 3 versus BTC, also crossed its moving average. Last time it's happened was a run. Yeah, very, very nice. All the macro big charts, the monthlies are starting to curl up. Hopefully it continues, man. Mr. Beast, if you want to be a part of the biggest creator collab ever on August 1st, DM me. I don't think you want to hear from me, sir. I'm over 18. Fane, just a little higher, Richard Hart. Here is PulseChain and Cardanzo. This is beautiful, man. Man. This must be what Richard feels like on like 30,000 times higher level. Because I put my ideas and words and memes and then they reverberate. Yeah, friends, how many? I made thousands of videos about PulseChain and Cardanzo, how we're just following a first cycle, same archetype of a cult and the founder. It's nice to see it reverberate, but that's you know, we got Pokeballs, peg-out nipples, we got a Squirtle hat, we got pointy elbows too, we got lollipops, you know what I mean? And Richard's got like sage life advice. You know, it's a different level, but it's cool. It's cool to see it. And yes, as a friendly reminder, Cardanzo, man, it's just a nerd version of PulseChain. That's it. It's a nerd version. Yeah. Chuck, so Charles Cuckinson, still block me, Chuck. Chuck, he's more of a respectable nerd, diplomatic approach. Yeah. Richard's the maverick, warrior, fight back, not always be humble, tell people what they want to, what they have to do stuff. He's warlord guy. And then, you know, it's just different personality types, yeah. That's what I meant. I just, look, more people should respond to the warrior guy. They should, man. You know, like look at Andrew Tate's following and stuff out here. So not just men as well, women as well. Okay, it's like Republican Party conservatism, you know. I mean, like compare, friends, for example, like compare Donald Trump to Tim Walz. Tim Walz was like the, hey, don't leave me around with the kids at the birthday party. You know what I mean? Like he's just like looks like a lunatic. You know what I mean? And then like Trump, even though he like looks delusional, deranged, and all these things to the other side, he's commanding. He's like, do this. Do you remember when he went to Zelensky? You don't have the cards. You don't have the Pokemon cards. You got nothing. You got Rattatas and Metapods. Okay? That's what they respond to. Clemente, why I'm fading the PumpFun pre-sale. The majority of buyers are meme coin traders that don't believe in anything, but a quick flip. Let's stop right there. They don't believe in anything. I mean, like, friends, the believe in something mantra, once again, we're manifesting. I have been manifesting this, believe in something. I mean, I've been saying it for so long. I've been saying it for 1.5 years. No one knows, man. But they believe in nothing. It's true. Cold-Scan acquisition was insanely underwhelming. No use case for the token beyond small buybacks. I'll buy it at a 50% discount in 2 months. I don't even think you want it at a 50% discount because there's probably other stuff flying. Yeah, that's the thing about it. It's an exit liquidity thing, okay? Also, like, shout out, friends. Look at this. What's trending right now? Trending XRP Army. Nice thing. So XRP token's got no buybacks. Why do people love owning it? Because they believe in something. It's a freaking meme cult religion, man. The XRP Army is a cult trying to be a religion. That's why it's on the path. Having token buybacks and share stuff, that's TradFi thinking. It doesn't work in crypto, bro, because the market's smart. Right? First, we thought the market was stupid. Then I realized, oh, wait, no, the market's smart. Everyone else is stupid. Right? Why is the market smart? Because it knows whatever platform you make, everybody else with a bigger network can take your PumpFun idea, slap on the logos, slap on the tech, it's open source, and just give it to their consumers. What's your edge? Do you see? That's why it prices itself like Metcalfe's law. The people is the value. The people's. More people, more value. All of this is going to get flipped on its head when we have economic agents, which is like just AI bots with wallets that they control. Okay, so that'll be something just to you think about. Wouldn't it be funny if we have like a server with like all these economic AI bots and then someone finds a way to hack them and just shut down all the bots and steal all their money? Man, the future's looking good, friends. Like, subscribe, bet about it all. Catch you soon.